Daily training recap for Wednesday, the 25th of May, 2022 here. To Christ be the glory again. A lot smaller P&L day, of course, because we were taking a lot smaller size on all of our little automated algorithmic strategies again today. I mean, even still coming off of yesterday from the kind of stupidity and just circumstances that was, all plans were working as they should. And all the data, even after the fact, was still lining up to, hey, everything is still working and functioning how it was pre-planned and kind of played off of the data that I have in the back-tested little approach that I'm taking to this to play out on the ES and MES side off of that data. It's still, so I'm still in that groove. I'm still doing it, obviously, but just have to take a lot smaller size for the hit on my overall account that took on my futures account for yesterday, but still getting after it. All of the session-wide strategies worked out well. The upside profit target strategy and the downside one, the larger downside profit target strategy, worked out well before market open there. 930 strategy to the upside working out well for now. We'll see if that starts to shift. If we see any more, obviously didn't happen today. That first minute candle was the low for the low of the day, and actually the low of the 930 to 945 time frame there. But we'll see if I think some amount of data could be pointing towards some downside profit targets in the 930 to 945 opportunity window there. So continue to keep a watch on that, like I do with all of these strategies, of just continuing to monitor, hey, what is the recent market sentiment saying, and what is a little bit longer term recent market sentiment saying, and what is 100-day market sentiment saying, of just what opportunity is out there. If we played it precisely in these last 100 days, would we have been profitable? Of course, again, with all of this, past performance is not indicative of future results, and that's what I continue to bash in my head every single day when I take a loss on anything. But just saying, I am totally adaptable and going with the wind of what the market is saying, of, hey, we're saying we're going to have a lot of hard successive red days, or hey, we're going to have a lot of hard successive green days, or just whatever opportunity is out there, not going off of that, not being sirened like the pirates with the sirens on that island, of just like falling in love with that beautiful hit rate that like I did very early on in this futures trading career, of like, oh my goodness, it's a 99% hit rate, that's incredible. And then sure enough, at that one time that it doesn't work out, it's just absolutely account wrecking stupidity. And I was like, oh, I guess I have to factor that into the overall trading plan there. But learning from those mistakes, and especially from yesterday, how it wasn't necessarily a mistake, but just of kind of lack of pre-planning or adjustment to say, like, I can't, even though it is a high hit rate and it's been working for the past months, whatever, I don't think I can control that risk. Not making that decision beforehand, and then having to suffer the consequences of realizing, gosh, shoot, you can't do that. And forced me into a situation where I had to watch this thing come all the way back up to what would have been a profitable $1,600 green day. Instead, I turned it into a $7,000 down day, which, I mean, would have been an account ending day. It would have stopped me out and margin called me to end my account there on that day for how it was pulling if I maintained all of those contract sizes for that day. But live and learn. I mean, that's part of life, and it's spilled milk, and we're on to the next day already. And this day is already done too. So for learning as much as I can in the moment and in the specific day itself, but then understanding, hey, there's going to be another day, the sun is going to shine again, and just getting after it with each and every one of those days. Lots of talking, lots of introduction there. Let's go over dollar volume here for the day as of 43 minutes after close here, hour 43 minutes. NASDAQ $222 billion volume, NYSE $314 billion volume, OTC markets $1.6 billion volume on the day, a little lower of a dollar volume day overall activity-wise. Again, no other equity trades for me on the day. The 345 strategy had downside, a little smaller downside profit target strategy worked out well, of course, but then that opening of that 345 minute candle was the high for that little 15-minute time frame window, big volume window that usually plays itself there, plays out before the close on each day. So just continuing to monitor that one as well and play with what the data says, and just not be so tied down to it has to be to the upside profit target, or it has to be to the downside profit target by this much. And if nothing wants to show itself out, or if everything's going to say, hey, there's just really no edge here whatsoever, then I'm totally fine with it. I'm totally willing to step away from all of these trades that are currently presenting themselves out, but that's just the basic fact of what I'm seeing right now is, hey, I think there's opportunity here to start to stab these over and over again and just take my little tiny slice and run away as quickly as possible. And when they stop showing that they are and can be successful, then, of course, I will bow out and just let them do what they want to do, that, just extremely thankful that I don't have to wear pants, don't have a boss over my head just absolutely yelling and clamoring down my throat. There is that level and element that, of course, I have to maintain in myself of the gazelle mentality, to steal from Dave Ramsey, that quote of just constantly pursuing and with everything in my power to push as hard as I can, whereas I do have some safety net of my current age, of my current living situation, of the other safety nets that are in place around me to catch me when I have the falls, like what happened yesterday, but of still maintaining that approach that this is life or death, that with everything that I'm doing, I should pursue it passionately and with every ounce and fiber of strength that I have in my body. So continuing to maintain that perspective and just push my lever continuously always, and not feeling safe or just pulling back off because I do have these safety nets and because I could find a plan B, but just putting out, sometimes it does take to put all your chips on black, right? To just bet the house. And sometimes you win big, sometimes you lose like a freaking idiot, but I'm young. Even if I lost everything here, even if I was on the street, I know I would be okay. I know I would find a way. I've got so many other skills and opportunities and plenty of time left to accrue that opportunity cost, everything that was lost back again. It's comparing that to like a Warren Buffett, who, we think he's super rich and super up there, but should he lose a substantial amount? Should he lose everything that he has? How much time does he have left to accrue all of that back, right? So the same thing of in my case, we are billionaires, my generation, my age group, in regards to time. We have so much time. Of how much money would Warren Buffett pay to be in our situation with how much time we have left? So continuing, it's just about perspective and the mentality that we carry in each and every single day of what loss we have, what gains we have, of just keeping everything in perspective. It's not about the single day. It's about the total collection of it all. And that's what we're going with. So I'm extremely thankful for each and every day. I'm thankful for each and every one of you watching, and we will catch you guys on the next one.